Hi, everyone. Welcome to Movies with My Mother. I am Lexi,
And I'm Mom Lori.
and today we watched Bubba Ho-Tep
Yes, we did.
by request.
Yes.
It is rated R, mostly for language, a little tiny bit of nudity.
Yeah, we did see some boobies.
Yeah, it was from 2002, and it was 92 minutes long.
Yep.
Directed by Don Coscarelli.
Yes.
It had 79% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Uh-huh.
It had 57 on Metascore
Oh,
and 6.9 out of 10 on IMDb, which I feel like that's low.
I'm, I'm because it was kind of cute,
Yeah,
but it was an Elvis kind of movie. Maybe that kept people away.
I don't know. We were
Huh.
talking about the money. I saw two different numbers for the money.
As did I.
So what I wrote down was the estimated budget was $1 million.
Yes, I have that.
What I didn't write down was that some of the trivia said that the budget was about $500,000.
That's what I have written down.
Which
Yes.
is nowhere near $1 million.
That's a $500,000.
Yeah.
And that's a
So
big difference in money.
big difference.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll split the
But
difference and say 750.
okay. I'm okay. But they didn't use a lot of money on stars. They have our friend Bruce Campbell
Right.
and they have Ozzie Davis, but that was toward the end of Ozzie Davis. So maybe he wasn't, you know, demanding as much money
Could be.
as an earlier Ozzie Davis,
That could very well be.
but the other people were just I I didn't know any of them,
Except the Matlock guy.
except the guy from Matlock. Um What did I say his name was? Daniel Roebuck?
Yes. Which I
That
didn't write that down.
that's the only actor that I even recognized.
I do show a worldwide gross of about $1.2 million.
Yes, I did that. Yeah. Here's Daniel Roebuck. He's in the list. But like I said, did you even recognize that name?
No.
So why would I I didn't write any of the names down.
Oh, I wrote a few names down. I did write that this where did I write this down at? Only 32 prints of the film were originally made as part of a limited platform release. Only, only a few
Wow. 30 you said
theaters,
32?
yeah, had it. And a few theaters paid extra for an extra print after
Uh,
the fact. So there were more than 32 prints made, but only initially 32 prints were made
so that
to send out.
that million two or the gross was what from 32 theaters?
Yeah.
Wow. In that case, wow.
Mhm.
Okay. And when did this come out? 1980,
2002.
2002. Never mind. I'm having a rough day, Alexis,
I
and
know.
you're just laughing at me. It's because we had our movie food
Oh,
and it was so good.
it was
I
ridiculous.
ate and ate. I am still miserable full.
Yeah, mom can be rolled out to her car.
I don't know if I'll be able to fit in my car. It was Salisbury steak.
Who doesn't love that?
Well, we thought about nursing home food, so Salisbury steak that Lex made, and she made this gravy with it.
The
Wow.
the gravy was the piece de resistance.
Wow. Mashed potatoes,
That were bomb.
steamed veg,
That were steamed veg.
and a roll.
That was delicious.
And my eyes were way bigger than my belly at 8 a.m. And I am miserable full from it. Go to our Facebook page. You'll see it. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Mom
Unbelievable.
mom also made little ramekins of
Oh, I
homemade chocolate
I
pudding.
forgot about the chocolate pudding.
It was delicious.
You know, everybody in Alexis you've got everything in your cabinet to make chocolate pudding. And it takes less time to make it than it does to go to the store and get a box and read the directions and make it from the box. Do you have any cornstarch in your
How do you think I
cabinet?
made gravy?
Okay. Do you have any sugar around?
Oh, yeah.
Um, do you have some cocoa?
Probably. It's
Or
old, but
it'd be fine. You got eggs in your fridgie?
oh, of course.
You got any moo hanging around? Milk, canned milk,
I got milk.
any kind of milk?
I just bought milk the other day.
Then you can make a chocolate pudding.
Hot damn.
Or you can make a vanilla pudding.
Chocolate's my favorite.
It's that simple. And most people have all those ingredients. But yeah, but I never make it. I always buy a box of it too.
Yeah.
So what can I say? But for this I thought that we needed
Homemade.
homemade, yeah. And it was chocolatey.
Oh, it was really chocolatey.
Yeah,
It was
I
very good.
did put a little extra cocoa in it, sorry.
It's okay.
But yeah, yeah. So, I'm feeling kind of
Kind of throw uppy.
no, stupid from, being so full.
Food coma-y.
Yeah, food coma-y. Yeah, yeah, that's it. So I don't know what year it is.
Okay.
But anyways, 2002 money was different from 2024 money.
Oh, absolutely.
So, I mean, it didn't cost $25 to go to the theater back then.
Right.
So to make a million two in 30 theaters, that's pretty darn good.
Yeah, that is really good.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so where were we? Sorry. I had to talk about that food right away because it was so
It
good.
was so good.
It was.
Um, the basic plot is that when residents of a small Texas nursing home start dying of dubious causes, an aged man who may or may not be Elvis, and an African American man who claims to be JFK discover that the perpetrator is an Egyptian mummy with murderous intentions.
Yes.
He's trying to suck the souls out of these old people.
Yes. Yes.
That's what they discover.
Which I think is pretty darn fascinating.
Yeah,
And I thought that Bruce Campbell was unrecognizable as our friend Bruce Campbell.
absolutely. The only time in that he looked like Bruce Campbell is when Elvis goes to meet Sebastian Haff. When the man is eating the blueberry pie, that's the only time Bruce Campbell looks like Bruce Campbell.
You thought so?
I
I
thought so.
I didn't think that it was so much.
I thought it was.
Although I think when he was walking up from his car, I don't remember Elvis being that tall of a guy.
Oh, well, how tall was Elvis?
Oh boy, are we going to start that again?
How tall was he? What does it
I
say?
I just thought that when he was walking away from that car, I thought that he looked like a really tall guy.
How tall was Elvis? Elvis was only 6 feet tall.
Yeah, so that's not real tall. But I thought when he was walking away from that car, he looked really tall. But then on the other hand, maybe those, guys that were with him were shorter and, that's always
But Bruce Campbell's only 6'1", so that's not that
that's
big of a
not that big of
difference.
a difference. No. No, unlike, 6'2" Arnold Schwarzenegger. Wow.
You're never gonna let that
Never.
go.
I'm never. Nope, that's going to be our new tagline on our show. Every week or every show, I'm going to have to say Arnold Schwarzenegger, 6'2". Okay. Yeah, well, whatever. But no, and then toward the end, I thought that his face was starting to look a little droopy, toward the end of the movie.
Well, yeah.
I thought that his prosthetic face was starting to look a little.
Well, could you imagine, like, if they actually filmed in Texas? The goddamn humidity.
Well, I thought that he looked a little sweaty the whole time.
Well, so did
And
Elvis.
uh,
Think about Elvis on TV. Always sweaty.
Oh, yeah, you are absolutely right. He was always
Skinny
sweaty
Elvis,
looking.
especially Fat Elvis,
Well, yes,
just sweaty.
Fat Elvis looked drippy.
Yeah.
Okay,
So, maybe that was just to make it look authentic
okay.
and not prosthetic.
But I was in. I
Yeah,
I was totally in.
absolutely.
And and Ozzie Davis as John Kennedy, I was in.
Well, he explained that
Dyed him.
they had made an incision in the back of his head and took out part of his brain and put in a bag of sand. That's what he was saying like the first time you meet him.
Yeah.
And when Elvis finds JFK laying on the floor, he sees that big incision on the back of his head. Did you notice
Yes,
that?
I did.
Yeah.
Because he looked at that and then he said something, but I missed it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, they dyed him that
They
color.
dyed him that color, yeah. I'm okay with that. I was in. Just the way he carried himself
Yeah.
and
The suit jacket over his
yep,
pajamas.
absolutely.
A
Absolutely.
man of that time, of course. Of
Yes.
course he would have stopped to put his suit jacket on.
He would not have gone out of his room without his jacket on. Absolutely. Absolutely. I was in. I was absolutely in.
Oh yeah.
But I thought this movie was adorable.
It's very cute. And it's an old man alone with his thoughts for most of the day.
Yeah.
And what do old men think about? You know,
What do old ladies think about? Yeah,
what
exactly.
does anybody think about when all they have is time on their hands?
Right. Ask me. I'll tell you.
Um, the basic cast was Bruce Campbell, Ossie Davis, Ella Joyce, Heidi Marnhout, Bob Ivy, Larry Pennell, Reggie Bannister, and Harrison Young. Harrison Young was the roommate that died
The
at the
first
beginning.
off died. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we're not talking about a lot of people.
No.
And that's what I had mentioned at the end. The credits, the cast and staff were way more than the actors.
Right.
And I thought that was unusual. But really, the only people we saw were um, President Kennedy and Elvis. I mean, everything revolved around them,
Yeah.
and the other stuff was just happening. Yeah, interesting.
So what do you got? I only got a little bit of trivia. There's only a little bit of trivia on this movie.
Yep.
I didn't write hardly. I only wrote 2
No,
pages.
yeah, I didn't find I got a little bit more than that, but I also did a little trivia, which you probably already have. So the little bit that I added of trivia, you're probably going to talk about, but I did not find a whole lot on this director. He directed, produced, and wrote this show. Um, he's best known for horror. He did now I don't recognize this, but Alexis and you all might the Phantasm
Phantasm.
franchise.
Yeah, with the tall man and the silver ball.
Okay, that
Yeah.
means nothing to me.
Here's a tall man with a silver ball that he did
Okay,
like the silver ball like can like fly at you and like turn into things to hurt you.
all right.
Yeah.
And Beastmaster, I recognize
Oh,
that. I
Beastmaster.
I don't.
Awesome.
Yeah, from 1982. I don't. That was a sequel to something. I wrote down, but I didn't write down a sequel to what. Surely something of the Phantasm series.
No, Beastmaster's totally different.
Okay.
The film is about a man who can communicate with animals and who fights an evil wizard and his army. That's what Beastmaster is about.
Oh, okay.
It's got
And
Tanya Roberts in it. She was a Bond girl.
yes, yes, yes.
She died a few years back.
Okay. That was a movie and also a TV series.
Yeah, Beastmaster. I know Beastmaster.
Yep, yep. Um, Casarelli, is that what his name is?
Coscarelli.
Coscarelli. He started his exploits in the movie theaters as a kid. He did films of his own with a little camera. And at 19, he was the youngest director to have a film distributed by a major studio. It was Jim, the world's greatest. I
Sure.
I don't, well, whatever. Um, and his first collaboration with Lawrence Rory Guy, aka August
Angus
Angus Scrim.
Angus Scrim. Angus Scrim is the tall man from the Phantasm movies.
Okay, all
And I
right.
think he just died recently. 2016.
But that's he did a lot of collab with that guy.
Yeah, because there's, I don't know, 4 or 5 Phantasm movies at
There's
least.
a bunch of them. And I didn't write any much of anything down about the films because I didn't recognize any of them. I mean, he did a lot of movies.
Oh, he purchased the film rights to horror novel and internet series John Dies at the End by David Wong.
Yeah, that
That's
was.
something that has been in my world for a while. I feel like that was my ex-husband was into that.
But yeah, that was one of his biggest hits. John dies in the end,
Because
or at the end.
that was like contemporary horror.
Okay,
That was like right now horror at the time.
all right. Our movie was adapted from a short story by Joe R. Lansdale.
Yep.
Um, it was also a big favorite at film festivals and fairly well received by critics.
Yeah.
So it amazed me that when this movie was suggested to us by Chris, that it was indeed a cult classic because I didn't think that, it would be. So I thought that that was um pretty. Oh, here it says he did 12 films.
Yeah, okay.
Like I said, none of which I recognized. I because this just isn't my thing. I just don't, you know. His wife is Shelley Kay, a costume designer, and she also collaborates with him in writing and stories and
Oh,
stuff.
that's fun.
Yep. He has a daughter who's well known as a vegan chef
Ugh,
and
okay.
author. Her name is Chloe. I think that I recognized that name from when I watched a lot of food television,
Oh,
and
okay.
not that I would ever be a vegan because, you know, I, I do like um eggs and cheese, so I don't think I could ever be a vegan.
Sometimes I just want a goddamn steak,
Well, and
and
that
I'm not
too.
gonna eat a portobello mushroom cap
No.
as a
Uh,
substitute. Absolutely not.
although, right beside the steak that would be fine with me. But I do like a.
I just my whole argument against veganism, and feel free to disagree with me, is I have never seen a healthy looking vegan.
I have to
They're
kind of agree with you.
always very thin and a little gray.
Just too emaciated. Just
Very thin.
yeah. Yeah. Plus, God gave us all this good stuff to eat. Eat it all.
Yeah.
Eat it all.
I mean, I like lentils.
Yep, I could do that
And
for a while.
to do like a meatless meal here and
Yeah,
there is fine.
yeah, more
I
to
have
the vegetarian side, not the vegan side.
Yeah, but
Because I do like the eggs. I do like the cheese.
I would miss breakfast. Bacon
Yeah.
and eggs?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But you're right, meatless Monday, that's fine with me. Meatless
yeah.
Wednesday, that's fine with me.
But I'm not gonna do it every day
Yeah.
because I'm a meat
And
eater.
you're right. Every once in a while, I want a big old juicy dripping steak.
Yes.
The closer to the moo, the better
Well,
because
not that close for me, but
I like it like that. So,
nice medium, the warm pink.
okay. Nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah, that's
I take it. I take it.
yeah.
Let's see.
But yeah, vegan. Ugh. I can't do I first of all, I don't like enough vegetables to sustain myself.
I
Like I
guess.
would starve to death. Like for real.
Okay. I'm all right with that.
With me starving to death? How dare you?
No, not, not being. I'm okay with that. All right. This was narrated by Andre Sagolinzio.
Yeah, something like that. I didn't
Sorry,
write it
sir.
down.
I wrote that down and I was going to write it as
Phonetic.
phonetically, but I didn't. And and I listened to when does it talk about when is somebody narrating? Oh, right there it is.
But it
You know.
didn't sound too much unlike Bruce Campbell as Elvis. So that's why I was a little confused.
Oh, it
Because I thought it was
did.
just Bruce Campbell narrating.
Nope. Nope.
But I did see in the cast list that there was an uncredited narrator.
Well, that's who it was, Andre.
Okay.
He's done lots of TVs and movies, video games also.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think a lot of voice actors do video games
Oh,
and stuff like that,
absolutely.
don't they?
Uh-huh.
It was critically received, and I have a thing about Rotten Tomatoes said in tongue in cheek that it's the best movie with the King and JFK. So, yay to Rotten Tomatoes.
What other movie was Elvis and JFK in?
Right. Well,
Riddle me
we've
this.
already said that JFK and the King are together at the Burger King.
Well, and I had just because I listened to that Knowledge Fight podcast,
Yeah.
and like they talk they they listen to Alex Jones and then decipher, then they kind of fact check Alex Jones.
Yeah.
But they were listening to an episode where Alex Jones was talking to some crazy person that said that JFK was still alive.
Yeah.
And this was an episode from I don't know what time period it was, but at that point in time JFK would have been like 102 years old. And he's going on that like JFK is still alive. JFK is Q from QAnon.
Oh, okay.
And it's and Alex Jones was just like, I was a 100-year-old man running an internet option operation like Q, which may be the only thing I'll ever agree with Alex Jones on.
But on the other hand, there was a guy on the news just recently, 105, that I wouldn't have thought that he was much past 70.
Really?
He was sharp. He was talking. He was talking about World War One, and I mean, he was sharp.
Really?
So it's all it's all relative. I think. Why couldn't a 102-year-old man run Q?
Well, why would you want to?
Well, uh, you almost made me speechless there, but I'll think of something.
Okay. So, I can think of a lot of conspiracy theories that like
Who who better to start these conspiracy theories than a 102-year-old JFK who's been dead for 70 years?
okay, sure. Sure, why not?
Maybe it's only 50.
No, 63, 73, 83, 93, 2, 3, 13, 23. So it's 60 years.
Okay.
Why did I have to do that on my fingers? Why couldn't I have just done the math in my head?
Because we're both kind of still blurry from our breakfast.
What is happening?
I don't
Do we need to start over?
know. We need to start eating less big meals for
Is
breakfast.
it too much protein? Did
I
we get
don't
too much protein?
I don't know, but I feel stupid.
Okay.
I'm stupid full.
Okay.
I'm miserable.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, man, I could go back and finish my plate because I couldn't even finish my
No,
plate.
I
I had
couldn't
to leave
either.
food on my plate.
Yeah, I have a little few bites of
Wow.
Salisbury steak left.
It was amazing. I I don't know why it tasted so good, but you know how every once in a while some meal just tastes better than it should.
Yeah.
Because we've had Salisbury steak before.
Oh,
Didn't we have
absolutely.
that for our prison meal?
Maybe.
I don't remember. I don't remember. But anyway, I know we've had it, but it was not nearly as good as this batch.
No, this batch was especially it was the gravy that I made.
Yes, ma'am, and I
'Cause
know
I was at the meat store and I was like, "Oh, I need to pick up, like, a gravy packet." 'Cause, like, I'm not, like, good at making gravy from scratch. Like, I can do it, but, like,
it's
sometimes my pan's too hot and the meat gets all kinda crunchy and, like, then, like, the fat's all burned off.
yeah,
So it's not right to make gravy.
right, 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 sure,
So I was so first of all, and when I was in the store, I was like, "You know what I just put in the cabinet was a pack of onion soup mix. I'm gonna use that onion soup mix and make gravy out of it." And, and I'll, just kinda go from there. And I because I don't make a good gravy, I made a slurry, uh, cornstarch, water, and onion soup mix slurry,
yeah.
and that's how I got my
Well,
gravy.
that's how you make gravy.
Well,
That's,
I could I don't know, I've done it making the roux in the pan for it, and I mean, it's not as hard as I make it, but I make it too hard, and I didn't wanna burn anything. So
eh,
anyways, that's why I made the slurry,
and man, oh
and it was
man,
so good.
it was delicious. It was beyond delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wrongly delicious. Okay, Metacritic. What did I have about Metacritic was kind of iffy on this one,
Yeah.
but they only had 28 reviews. So
Oh.
how can you even make a review when you have only 28 opinions?
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
not. But, you know, but they only had 57 out of 100, so,
Right.
that's almost 50%, so Rolling Stone liked it, 3 out of 4 stars.
Okay.
Roger Ebert even gave it 3 out of 4 stars.
Wow, he doesn't like anything.
He doesn't. So I was pretty surprised to see that, and I wrote it down.
Yeah.
Um, and our director received the Bram Stoker Award for the best screenplay that year.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So, and a couple of times we've seen movies with where the screenplay received the Bram Stoker Award. So, you know, and the sequel that's mentioned at the end,
Yeah, Bubba Nosferatu, Curse of the
yes,
She Vampires?
yes, they had talked about making it. Um, but in 2007, Bruce Campbell stepped out.
Oh.
Apparently, him and the director were having a little bit of, back and forthing. Not Bruce wanted this, he wanted that. And he thought to rather than ruin the friendship that he had with the director, he stepped out.
Oh, okay.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. So it really never turned into a
Yeah.
sequel.
No,
So
and it's probably for the best because sequels made so far out of time
right,
are terrible.
right. And 2007, that's only 5 years, but
But
that's too long.
it's too long. And it's never been made. If they started to make it today, it would be way too much time out
Right,
of time.
right. Absolutely. But in 2017, it turned into some novellas.
Oh, okay.
And 2018, IDW Publishers did a limited series
Okay.
on that adaptation of that.
Oh, cool.
2019, Dynamic Entertainment also did a crossover miniseries, Army of Darkness slash Bubba Ho-Tep,
Oh, okay.
which I think that's kind of funny. I mean,
Would Elvis be fighting the Deadites?
how could Elvis be fighting?
Would Elvis go
Would
back in time and fight the Deadites?
well, Bruce Campbell did, didn't
That's what Army of Darkness was.
he? Yeah,
Yeah.
but would Bruce Campbell and um, Elvis be on the same team,
Oh, I don't know.
or would they be fighting each other?
They could be fighting each other.
I don't know. I was a little bit confused there, but not being an Army of Darkness big fan, having only seen one movie, now I'm an expert.
Right. You've seen Army of Darkness.
Right, I only saw one movie.
Yeah. That was the
So,
end of the trilogy.
oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. There's no Elvis music in the Elvis movie
I saw that. I wrote that down.
because of the cost.
Coscarelli explained that it would have cost half the whole budget for one song.
Right, right. Well, half the whole budget, that's 250.
At least 250.
Maybe it was only 500,000.
I don't know.
500 million. 500,000.
500,000.
You know, me and zeros don't,
I know. They
I'm always confused with the
they
zeros.
don't compute.
They don't compute.
And did you notice that when they had the 24-hour Elvis movie marathon, that though all those movies weren't Elvis movies, it
Nope.
was just kind of dudes that looked vaguely like Elvis from the
Right,
back?
right. Yes.
Yeah, that was on
And
purpose.
girls from the 60s, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it was. There were no nothing that even looked like an Elvis movie to me.
Uh-uh.
I did notice that. I
In
did.
fact, the only thing that looked like Elvis were his sequin jumpsuits.
Yes. Yes. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, so, what's the deal? What's the deal? And the music, the rest of the music was by Brian Tyler,
Okay.
and basically what the internet thought of the music as is haunting, and I absolutely agree with that. I thought that the music absolutely heightened the, chill effect.
I think Brian Tyler just did music for a movie I just saw.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not write any of it. He too has had lots of movie music, but I didn't write any of it down.
He did. He did we went and saw Abigail in the theater. Um the basic plot of that movie is that a put together group of criminals are hand selected to form this super group of criminals to kidnap
Oh,
a rich guy's daughter.
yeah, I heard you. You just talked about this.
And the rich guy's daughter is not exactly who she says she is. And the rich guy himself is not who they think he is.
Oh, oh, interesting.
And then it all goes from
And
there.
he
All
did
goes to shit.
just like everything else.
So Brian Tyler did the music for that movie, and the music in that movie was great.
Okay, nice. But okay, so that's all I could really find out about.
Well, he did a lot of music. Avengers: Age of
Yeah, I
Ultron,
told you he did a lot. He's done a lot of
a lot of
music.
Marvel, Thor: The Dark World,
Yes, yes.
Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 though, the soundtrack music in that movie was terrible. Like the first two movies are all full of AC/DC. This movie hardly had any AC/DC music. It was terrible.
Maybe they ran out of money.
For a Marvel movie, absolutely not.
Okay.
He did the music for John Dies at the End.
Yes. Yes. Like I said, he's done a lot. And I'm surprised that we haven't seen him before in movies that we have
Yeah.
watched because I did not recognize him from before.
He's done a lot of movies.
Yeah.
God damn. A lot of the Fast and Furious movies.
Yep.
Good for him, making some money.
And speaking of Fast and Furious movies, that kind of brings us to this little side story that I learned about. I was listening to NPR yesterday,
Okay.
and they were um, talking about, well, it was an old interview from Roger Corman, and he died this week. Well, not this week, May 8th,
Okay. I got mashed
which
potato all
is,
over my shirt. How did that happen? Am I a little kid? It's all over my shirt.
well, you know what? It was good enough to wear.
God damn it. Okay, please go on. Don't mind me.
Roger Corman died uh, May 8th at 98.
98. That man held in there.
Yep. He's known as the Pope of pop cinema,
Absolutely.
the spiritual the spiritual godfather of New Hollywood. We've talked a lot about New Hollywood
I-
stuff.
If there was no Roger Corman, there would be no movies as we know them.
Nope. And
Absolutely not.
he is the king of the cult movie.
Absolutely.
He was born in Detroit. He was a director, producer, actor. Stanford grad, Navy veteran.
Oh, wow, okay.
And uh, he mentored or launched careers for many, many, many actors that we know. Francis Ford Coppola, Martin Scorsese for directing, Ron Howard, Peter Fonda, Jack Nicholson, Dennis Hopper, Bruce Dern, Diane Ladd, William Shatner.
Holy crap, okay.
They were all as young stars in his movies. And um of course the one that I recognize is the 1960 Little Shop of Horrors.
I just read that he was also famous for handling the US distribution of many films by noted foreign directors like Fellini,
Yes.
Bergman,
Yes.
Truffaut,
Yes.
Kurosawa.
Yes.
Holy crap.
He was not making I think he was not reaching his potential on the movies that he was making, and he learned that there was many foreign movies that were not being distributed here in the United States because there was no distributor, and he started distributing those movies because he thought that they were important.
Yeah.
um he also did some acting. He was in Godfather Part 2,
Okay.
Silence of the Lambs,
Sure.
Philadelphia, Apollo 13. There were others, but those were the ones that I recognized.
His little bit roles.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Um,
Cause like I don't think I could pick him out of a crowd if you showed me a picture of him. You know what I mean?
he talked about some of the parts he did, and he was the FBI director in Silence of the Lambs,
Oh,
maybe?
okay, that makes
Does
sense.
that sound, I've not seen that movie, so I don't, and I didn't
Yeah,
write that down.
Jodie Foster's an FBI agent. That's
Okay,
yeah.
okay, then yes,
So
that
her
was
boss.
right.
Okay.
Which you didn't see him a lot because it was her movie.
Right.
Um, let's see. I got a lot of stuff about his um how he started. He started in 1948 at 20th Century Fox as a messenger in the mailroom for, get this, 32.50 a week. I bet you he was living high.
I bet.
Um, and then he started working with I believe a literary agent, Dick Hyland, and that's when he wrote his first screenplay.
Okay.
And Dick Hyland bought it for $2,000, and they made it into a movie. And he used the $12,000 he got from that to really start in his first science fiction movie.
Okay.
It's called Monsters of the Ocean Floor,
Sure.
which means nothing to me. And he made enough money to do another movie, 1955, The Fast and the Furious.
Okay.
Um, and that's where your movie came from. In 2001, Neil Moritz,
Sure.
I don't know, and Universal Pictures licensed the name from him.
Yeah, and they've made a million
Yep,
Fast and Furious
yep,
movies.
yep. He's known for his quick, cheap movies.
Yeah.
He's a big fan of making two movies at one time.
Oh, absolutely.
He said in the interview that if I'm going to spend that much money to go to a location and take a film crew, I'm going to go ahead and do two movies in a row and amortize my money that way. And I thought, good for you, dude.
Yeah.
That there's too much waste in movies, I think.
Yeah.
So he's also the fact that he's real big on quick films.
Yeah. A lot of practical effects stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Little Shop of Horrors is reputed to have been shot in 2 days and one night.
Oof. Okay.
I can't even imagine how, but he's a big fan of one and done,
Yeah.
and I'm okay with that too.
Yeah.
I don't understand why it takes an actor 3, 4, 5, 10 times to do a scene when that's their job. Apparently, they're not doing their job well. But anyway, that's my opinion. There was some later in his life. There was some excitement. He had 4 children, 2 daughters and 2 sons. Is she attacking you?
Yes. Oh, I think I might be dying a
Oh no! Did she break skin?
little bit.
Lola, she's all charged up today.
Is.
What do you know? But his
His children. He's got 4 children.
4 children, 2 daughters and 2 sons, and in his obituary, it only spoke of his 2 daughters.
Oh, okay.
So, along the way, his it said his family sued him. The children sued the family. I guess they were in business together and sued because he sold this or that. And I thought, that's pretty sad. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Your parents' money is your parents' money. If you're part of the business,
Yeah.
then, you should know your part in it. But, he was married in 1970 to Julie Halloran until his death.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause how many people are married 54 years anymore?
Hardly any. Hardly any. Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, that kind of
But yeah, the
I
death
thought
of
that
Roger Corman fits into all of this.
absolutely. I thought that it absolutely when I heard that interview and it struck a note on me when I was listening to it. Yeah, oh my goodness, how well does that fit into what we're going to talk about?
Because if there like I said, if there was no Roger Corman, there wouldn't be
No,
movies like
no.
this.
He's was one of the first comedy horror directors,
Yeah.
which sounds like an oxymoron to me. How can you have comedy in a horror movie?
Oh, easily.
Yeah, easily.
There's a movie there's a movie called Tucker and Dave versus Evil, and it's about these 2 guys. They spend all of their savings on this fishing cabin, and they're stoked to go fix it up. And they get there, and this cabin is the craziest thing they've ever seen. It's
She's coming for you.
I know. Fight on this arm. It doesn't hurt. My right arm is killing me. Um, and they're going to go fix up this cabin, but along the way they keep running into the same group of kids, and the same group of kids are like, oh my god, these hillbillies are going to kill us, and they're terrified of them.
Okay.
And because of their fear of the hillbillies and the hillbillies just kind of being in the wrong place at the wrong time, people are dying. It's all very funny. And and it turns out that one of the kids is a psychopath. And it's it's very fun because these 2 guys, they're just trying to set up their fishing cabin. This is their dream, is to just have this cabin where they can go to anytime they want and just relax. And
Nice.
these kids just keep coming out of nowhere, scared to death of these 2 men, and these 2 men have no idea what the hell these kids are on. What the hell are these kids on? What? Why? First, why are they here? Second of all, why are they crazy? And it's very funny.
All right, I can imagine. Well, I thought there were pretty funny parts in this movie too, and there are some
But
pretty scary parts in this movie.
right, but like without comedy horror, we wouldn't have Evil Dead. We wouldn't have Army of Darkness. We
Right?
wouldn't have stuff like that.
Yes, I understand that. I get it. I get it absolutely. So yay to him for figuring that out
Yeah.
and bringing it to our attention.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people love that Little Shop of Horrors movie.
Roger Corman did a lot of weird stuff too, like just like um real cheap horror that's real bloody, um without having a whole lot of substance, and that's kind of where horror was born from.
Okay.
It went from the universal stuff in the 40s, 30s and 40s to, the 60s with just kind of horror with no plot.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's been a whole trajectory.
All right. Interesting.
Well, all I got is a little bit of trivia left for the movie. And
Okay.
some of it we've already even talked about. To help promote the film, Bruce Campbell brought the movie along on his book tour when he wrote his autobiography,
Oh,
If Chins Could Kill: Confessions of a B-Movie Actor.
is that the name of his book?
Yeah, If
I have to go
Chins Could
get that.
Kill.
I have to get that.
The trailer park explosion was done in one take.
Yeah,
Had to be, right?
right.
Honey, you can't be on my computer. Okay, go there. The only question Bruce Campbell had asked Don Coscarelli before accepting the role of Elvis was, "Are you going to show the penis?"
No, it was much more exciting this way.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Just thinking about it. Yeah. Without having to see it. Absolutely.
Yes.
It was filmed over 30 days, an unusually long schedule for such a low budget film.
Wow, okay. Yeah, we talked about that. I mean, 30 days,
Yeah.
that is a long time.
And uh, the original script versus the um subsequent movie, the only character that didn't make it from the page to the film
Yes.
was an old lady who believed that she was a transgender John Dillinger.
Yes. I read that and I thought, "Oh, that's funny." But then I thought the lady that first walked by, I thought, I wonder if that was her, the first old lady to walk by,
Yeah,
that stole the candy and the
the
glasses.
the glasses from the iron lung.
Yes.
I
I wondered if that was her,
don't
John
know.
Dillinger.
I don't know. But I think that if they had too many like little cheeky nods like that,
Right.
it would have been too much.
Right. And I liked the
It
way they had the Lone Ranger,
Yeah,
but he wasn't a part of it.
right. Um Most of the movie was shot at an abandoned veterans hospital in LA. Um, three three wings and a hallway or something like that is what I read. Is
Okay.
what they used for the nursing home.
All right. The facade of it would look, like a home, and the back part of it was just hallways.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Um, Ozzy Ozzy Davis could have been JFK. They were born the same year.
Oh my goodness, really?
1917, I think is what I read.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Did you notice the pictures on JFK's walls?
Yes?
They were Clay Shaw, David Ferry, Jack Ruby, and Lee Harvey Oswald,
Uh-huh.
all of whom have been believed at some time have been involved
Right.
in
All,
the assassination of
all
JFK.
conspirators, yes. I noticed that first thing.
KNB Effects. Did you see that name in the credits?
Yes.
I did. Agreed to make the Bubba Ho-Tep makeup and costume for cost of material
Wow.
as a favor to Don Coscarelli.
That's why they got away with so little money.
Yeah. The
Wow.
makeup effects were mostly free. Yeah. Well, mostly just at cost.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, wow.
And
Right at the very end, I could, when they were fighting, I could see like the man under the costume.
oh yeah.
But I was looking for stuff like that,
Yeah.
so wow. Wow. Cool.
And the last thing I wrote down is that there is actually a Mud Creek, Texas,
No way, really?
but it's not in the eastern part of the state
Okay.
where I guess this movie was set.
Yep. East Texas. Yep,
Yeah.
that's what it said.
But that's all I wrote down. That was basically all there was.
Yes, like I said, I found the same thing. I looked on the IMDb, I looked on Wiki. I just it was thin pickings.
Yeah,
And maybe this director is kind of, he doesn't want his business out in public. So,
that's fine.
yeah. So maybe that's why we had so few things to.
I did read that his parents were Italian, something or other that were in Libya when he was born. He was born in
Yeah, like
Libya.
they like moved to from Italy to Libya. Yeah,
Yeah, and then he was raised in Southern California.
yeah. So how'd they get from Libya to Southern
That's
California?
crazy to me.
And why would they go from Italy to Libya?
I don't know.
What's in Libya?
Oh hell, I don't know.
That's in Africa, isn't it?
Yes.
Who would want to move there? It's so hot.
So hot.
Okay.
I don't know why anybody wants to live anywhere equatorial, you know what I'm saying?
I do.
Ugh.
Although, I've been to Puerto Rico many times and I am all for sunny and 70, 80 degrees every day. I'm all for it
Oof.
because the wind always blows there. It's always a cooling wind. I would go back to Puerto Rico. If I spoke Spanish, I would go back to Puerto Rico and live.
Really.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap.
It also gets hit by hurricanes
Well, and that's why Dan moved back to the
because it's
States.
an island in the
Yeah,
Atlantic.
too many things happened and to um their whole system, everything was, you know,
Infrastructure.
the whole infrastructure was just unretrievable.
Yeah.
So, we drive down the street and, you look up at the wires, like we have wires, two or three wires
Mhm.
to go to everybody's house. Well, there were 15 or 20.
Oof.
There were just gobs of wires on the poles.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what that meant, but yeah, it's beautiful there. But that would be about it would have to be somewhere on an ocean where there was a breeze to keep it cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. But
What somebody talked about I don't know why we were talking about Vegas, but we were talking about Vegas. It's like, would you ever go? And I'm like, in the winter, I'd think about it because I'm not going to the desert
it's hot in the winter there,
in the
isn't it?
fucking summertime.
I think it's hot there in the winter
Yeah,
too.
it's probably like our springtime,
Maybe.
which would be fine. That's springtime is fine for me. Full on summer, absolutely not.
And I don't have that kind of money that I want to waste to stay in the casino 24/7.
Ooh. No, because I could see myself going crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know.
And I don't party, I don't party like that. Like I don't
No,
drink like that anymore.
not anymore. Yeah, no.
Like
What?
it's kind of like stuff party vacations like that are kind of a waste on me.
Yeah.
It's
One
like I want
one
to be in
cocktail a
bed.
week is about as good enough for me.
Yeah.
And I like to go to bed early.
Yeah.
I imagine the food would be fabulous there.
Yeah, but there's probably not $2 buffets anymore now that
Oh,
$2 ain't shit.
right, right. $2 are just pennies. Rub them together. Yeah, yeah. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go to New York. I don't want to go to Los Angeles.
No, plus all
I,
those people, it's dirty. These
yeah,
people,
I don't want to go to Texas because they got a crazy governor.
they got bugs. They got bugs the size of your head in Texas. Absolutely
Oh,
not.
yuck. Nope. I wouldn't want, nope. Mm-mm. Sorry, Dave Roush. I don't want to go to Texas to see you.
Absolutely not.
You lived there for a long time.
That's only the strong survive, and I am not strong.
Woo. Well, I guess so. Okay. Yeah, no, that bug that was in that, ah,
That giant
that's
scarab
giant scarab.
with its head like popping out, like, what's up? I'm ready to fight you. It when it's when he traps it in the bedpan and it's like holding itself up in the bedpan. Oh my god.
Don't turn it on.
It was
Just
so
take it,
funny.
throw it out the window, and slam the window shut. Don't
It
even look
just
for
put it
it.
down. Just put it down on its face and just leave it.
Yeah.
Just let it die eventually.
Oh, that was pretty. Yeah, that was the worst part of the movie, that scarab that kept turning up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ugh.
bugs, not me, not
Mm-mm.
for me.
No.
But yeah, interesting. Such things. So yeah, we didn't do a TikTok
We did
today.
not because what were we gonna do? Roll ourselves up like a mummy?
I thought about that.
I did too. But then I
And
was just like, first of all, I don't have enough ace bandage. Second
right,
of all, who wants to do that?
right. And then I thought neither one of us looks like Elvis in any way.
No. Well, and then also it was just like, I don't want to wrap mom up like a mummy, which means that I would have to wrap up like a mummy, and then I wouldn't be able to operate the machinery wrapped up
Right.
like a
No,
mummy.
you no, there's only one mummy. You could have been the scarab. How could you make your head pop up like that?
I'm not going to
Nope,
try.
never mind. That wouldn't work. You could be the nurse.
No.
She was a little bit frightening.
I think it's just because she was a nurse.
Okay. Yeah, so we didn't do anything. Although, it's too bad you can't see my new eyebrows.
Mom got fancy new
I
eyebrows,
do.
and they are striking.
I'm pretty excited about them. I do hope they tan down a little.
They will.
Okay.
They will.
Trust the
Yeah,
process.
trust the process.
Yikes. Okay. Yeah, they're okay. They're pretty cool.
Yeah. Stop touching them.
Why?
Because you don't want to get them all yucky.
Oh, okay. Can I rub them off?
No, but
Okay.
you don't want to work up scabs or anything.
No, no, because I don't have any scabs. So don't get your face wet if there's scabs. Okay, first off, how do you know if there's a scab?
I'm sure you would feel it.
Would you?
I'm sure.
Because there's nothing. There's nothing there.
Yeah. No, they look great.
I'm pretty excited about them. When your face gets calmed down, would you do them?
Maybe.
It was not painful. It was a little it was odd feeling,
Yeah.
It just felt like somebody was picking at my face a little.
Huh.
Think about it.
Okay.
Think hard, 'cause I like them.
Because my eyebrows are basically white, and I go and when I get my hair cut, I usually get them waxed and dyed,
Yeah,
but that dye only lasts for a couple washes.
right. Right. That's pretty thin hair there.
Yeah.
She left my eyebrows on.
Yeah.
She colored around, under it.
Hmm.
You can shave them off, or you can have them left the brows left on.
Yeah. I think I would look weird with shaved off eyebrows.
You No, you wouldn't, because the eyebrows are there.
They're drawn on anyways.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, so this makes me think about, do I want other permanent makeup? But then, she has all kinds of beautiful lip colors. Then I thought, I can't even imagine how much it would hurt my lips.
Ooh. Because getting my lip pierced both times was hard.
Yeah,
It was painful.
yeah. And, my eyebrows were it was a little uncomfortable, but not painful. But my eyebrows are on my regular face out skin.
Right.
I can't even imagine my
That
well,
lip skin.
ha-
'Cause you know how much it hurts when you get, like, that weird piece of lip skin that won't pull off?
yeah, and then you pull it off,
Yeah.
and
Your whole mouth hurts?
yes, and it's bleeding like a whatever.
Yeah.
All that blood from one little chap's skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. No, that would no. What other kind of permanent? I'm not having anybody doing tattoos around my eyes.
Oh, absolutely
Oh,
not.
hell no.
Mm-mm.
My eyebrows are as close to my eyes as gonna happen.
'Cause, like, I can't wear, like, regular eyeliner because my eyes are so sensitive. Like, I couldn't imagine just how aggravating that would be,
Wow. Yeah.
I have to wear, like, specialty vegan mascara because my eyes just burn.
Oh, yes, I understand that, because I am bothered by mascara a lot.
Oh, well then buy a tube of that stuff, the stuff that I use, it's lovely.
But I like the stuff I wear.
Okay.
Haven't you seen me sitting here with my drippy eyes? I've got mascara on today too.
Yeah, mom's got a full face on, she
Full
looks great.
face. Yeah.
Her hair's done,
Yeah, I did my hair. I
she looks great.
Full face of makeup. I put a little bit better shirt on than I usually wear.
I thought we should just do a TikTok just because she looks so good today. For the only reason.
Thank you, Lex. I love you too.
You look great.
Thanks.
My
Thanks.
eyebrows are fabulous.
Thanks. I'm pretty excited about them.
Yeah.
Can't wait to for you to see him in the next TikTok.
Yeah.
We'll do a TikTok. We love our TikToks. Yeah, we're going to have to do a TikTok before the government does their thing. Holy shit. I can't believe the audacity of our government to say that some company in some other country has to sell out because they're worried about our information. Well, it's too late.
I
Our information is out.
have you ever used a credit card on your computer? Your information's
Yeah.
out there. It's out there.
I
Have you ever looked at your email? Your information is out there.
I want the next thing is the
Have you ever
government
put your
gonna
birth date into anything on the computer?
okay.
Everybody has it.
Yep.
It's not hard to find.
Is the next thing the government's gonna have to sell is or the co- demand that they sell is the dark web,
Oh
you
Christ.
know?
The government is still denying that the dark web exists.
Right. And we did not get TikTok off the dark web.
Absolutely not. And if you want to find my information, it's not hard. Just go
Right.
find it.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Please don't steal my identity though. I finally got good credit.
I I did until I missed a one credit card payment. Then I don't have so much a good credit. And it's only 'cause goddamn fee.
That's so crazy to me.
Well, teach me look at every credit card every month.
That's so crazy to me.
I know I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna get another card without a fee. Goodbye card that caused me grief.
Yeah.
Oh well. You're right. I got good credit. Don't steal my credit.
I've worked so hard.
Yeah.
I've gone without. I'm a
Right.
fancy bitch.
Oh my gosh, I know, honey. I know. You come by it honestly. Like mother, like daughter, you know. Oh dear. But yeah, we are. We are. So whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. But our government saying some
Yeah. Just because
company
we're
out
worried
of
about
yeah.
China having our information. You
Right.
should be more worried about,
Right.
the hackers that our government, employs. We should
Right.
be worried about those people.
Right. And then the very next thing on the news is talking about scams and how how people are getting ripped off from scams. Shouldn't they be worrying about that?
No, we're not going to worry about that.
You know, I don't I don't know. I hope I never get caught in a scam because I don't understand how people can do that. I mean, if it sounds too good to be true, it is. You know, it is. Now, what's this new thing? Pig skinning or something?
Christ are you talking about?
This new scam stuff. They're hitting richer people, people who are well educated, doctors and lawyers, and they're taking millions from them.
Oh, well, those are the people that should be getting scammed in the first place, not me with my $25. Leave my $25 alone. Go talk to Elon Musk.
Right. I bet you could scam him.
He's an idiot.
I think so. Have you heard him speak on
Oh,
the television? Good Lord.
he's crazy.
Oh, I know.
Justin likes he's just like Elon Musk is just Euro trash. I was just like, that Elon Musk is not European, right? He's just like, well, what the hell is he? I was like, he's from South Africa. And he's just like, he's Euro trash. And I was like, okay, okay,
Okay.
sure.
All righty then. All righty. But yeah, I mean, you're not there's no investment where you're going to make 50% on. Period.
Right.
If you can get 0.5% on something, that's about the best you're going to make.
Right.
So don't think that you're smarter than the average bear. But just to give this money to somebody they don't know, I don't understand. And all the women, having worked at different places that did Western Union all the time, I can't believe the people that send money to their their fiancés or their boyfriends or girlfriends in this or that country. They've never met them. How
Right.
can that be your boyfriend or your girlfriend?
Right. Right.
It's your phone friend.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't I I always feel sorry for those people, not because they're losing their money, but because they're so stupid.
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay. God, I hope I never get caught up in it. Now this AI, how do you even know this AI stuff now? My first call would be to whoever they say they're calling for. Hang up your phone and call that person.
Yeah.
If you need money, I'll drive it over to you right now.
Right.
I'll get in my car and drive it over to
Yeah,
you.
I'm not gonna text you from an unknown number that I
Right.
need money.
Right. I will drive it.
In fact, I wouldn't even call you. I would come to your house to
Yep.
beg you.
Yep. Mom, I need $10,000. Okay. Let's go to the bank. We'll get it right now.
Yeah. Let's take care of that.
Or I need another $25.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to double my wealth, please.
Right.
Give me
I'm
that
all right with that.
give me that
And
$25.
I'll go into my secret hiding place where I pay my lawn guy every week. I think I got $25 in there.
Nice. Day made.
Yep. So now you can double your money there.
Yes.
But feel free to take it because you know where I keep my lawn guy money.
Yep, I know exactly where you keep it.
Yeah. So feel free. I'll put another $20 in there.
Yep.
I love my lawn guy. My lawn always looks nice.
Yeah. My lawn guy's a jackass.
Yeah. Well, he works for food, so
Yeah,
maybe that's the problem.
probably.
I could send my lawn guy over.
My lawn guy would be very upset if I took your lawn guy
Why?
because that's spending money on things that he can do himself.
It's not that much money.
And
It's very cost effective. He comes to my house, spends 20 minutes, and my lawn looks beautiful.
it's taken a week and he said he's going to mow the lawn today, so it's going to take another, 10,
But
15
it's
hours.
supposed to rain today.
Uh sure. And then it's going
Okay.
to take another week to work up to it. Then we're going to have to work up all day to it, and we're going to mow the lawn at 6 or 7 o'clock at night when we're near passing out.
He was mowing their lawn yesterday. Yesterday? Day before yesterday. At 8 o'clock at night. Somebody's out there mowing their lawn. I thought, what the hell? Or
Sun's still up.
it was as light as day.
I woke up about 9:30, and the only reason I knew it was 9:30 is because the TV had turned to the
The
Roku
this
save
runner
screen,
thing, yeah.
and I had to hit the home screen to turn it back to the home screen, and it says the time on the home screen.
Right,
But I
right.
looked outside, it was bright.
Yes.
It was at 9:30 at night.
Yes, it's still light. Well, it's not real bright, but it's not dark.
No.
Yeah, 9:30, yeah. But mowing the lawn, the kids were out last night running up and down. I thought those kids should be getting in bed to go. Oh wait, tomorrow's Saturday.
Yeah.
Let's let them run up and down the driveway, yelling and screaming and
Your little neighbor kids?
yeah,
Those kids are so cute.
they are. And you know what? I know the screaming and the yelling bothers a lot of people, but not me. They're having fun.
Yeah.
Let them scream their fool heads off.
Yeah, when I
Because when you get to be an adult, you cannot run around screaming your fool head off.
right, exactly. And when I had come over to your house, and there were no lights, I had the windows open, I had the door open,
Yeah.
um, and Reginald Manchego was sitting in the doorway,
Uh-huh.
and the little kids were running around the neighborhood, and like 4 or 5 kids came up on the porch and were tapping on the glass and meow meow meow.
Oh my
It
God.
was adorable. Justin's like, "What the fuck are little kids doing? Why didn't you tell them to go away?" And I was like, "'Cause they were talking to the cat. They were having a good time. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who care? They weren't hurting my feelings."
Nope. 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 Not at all. Yeah, I don't mind them when they're running up, driving the bikes in my yard. It's the yard. Who
Yeah, who cares?
cares?
I did um this is a while ago. 2 girls had knocked on the front door, and I don't normally open the front door, but I randomly opened the door, and they're like, "Can you drive us to the mall?" And I said, "Absolutely not." And they're like, "Why?" And I said, You're strangers. I said, I'm not taking anybody in my car.
That's crazy. Were they young or teenagers or
They were young teenagers. They weren't like
not driving teenagers?
right. Well, yeah, I don't think they were driving teenagers.
Okay. Okay.
I was like,
Interest.
first of all, how the hell did you get here?
Right. Right. Do you live around here?
Yeah. I was like, turn left on this side street and walk a mile down. The mall is just over there.
Right there.
It's a mile away. And they're like, and I'm like, I'm not taking you anywhere.
Yeah. Goodbye. My God.
I
That
was
is
like,
weird.
could
Yeah.
you imagine me with two unknown minors in my car? Absolutely not.
No, hell no.
I was just waiting to see a cop just like creeping around, like, oh, they didn't get you. Oh, too bad. They'll get somebody else.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
I was like, what the fuck is happening here?
Exactly. And why did you open the
Well,
door?
I don't know why I opened the door.
Interesting. Yeah, I never open my door when somebody knocks.
And
I don't have a doorbell either, so,
yeah, we don't have a
you
doorbell.
know,
At one time, it was late at night, and Justin opened the door. I made Justin open the door because we had just, this was when our schedule was completely different, and he had just kind of laid down, and somebody knocked on the door. And I said, Justin, get out here. And he's standing there in his underwear opening the door, like, what do you want? And it was a girl. She said, hey, I dropped my phone a little ways back. She's like, do you have a flashlight I can borrow? And at the time, we didn't have a good flashlight. We had a super shitty one.
right.
Um, And he's just like, "This is all I got. Like, you gotta shake it a lot to use it."
Oh,
And she was just like, "Oh, okay." And she's like, "Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it." And he's just like, "Okay, just, leave it on the porch." She's like, "Okay." And he shut the door. The girl left. We woke up the next morning. The flashlight was on the porch.
oh my
I
God.
don't know. Yeah.
I never open I call the police when somebody knocks on my door at night. Uh-uh. I don't play that game.
Which is so funny is like we have seen enough horror movies to know not to do that, but we still
Right.
did it.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Oh man.
But I think in the case of both of us being awake and alert, I think if it were somebody that were just like trying to invade our home, we'd have a fighting chance, both of us.
Right.
If it were one or the other of us, I don't think either of us would have a chance.
Right.
Justin would
And
have more of a chance than I would, but together, I think we would have a fighting chance if it were somebody knocking and then to come in.
right. And your house is kind of a non-threatening looking house.
Yeah,
I think some of these other houses around here that are so well manicured and, you know, fussy,
yeah.
I wouldn't knock on any of those doors.
Uh-uh.
They're going, only crazy people live in there. Your house is just non-threatening. Maybe that's why.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird.
Yeah.
And you're across from a big church, one of those mega churches.
And the church is well lit
Yeah.
at night. It's very well lit. So it's, it's not dark around here.
Right, right, right.
But if you asked me, my house is the scariest house on the street because it doesn't look like somebody takes care of it very well. Like
Eh,
everybody else's house is well taken. Like the lady next door, her garden hasn't started yet, and we were wondering, like, is she sick or something? Because her garden she's got those bags of mulch hanging out, and they've been hanging out, and we had wondered why that hadn't started yet.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
because I have my tomato and pepper plants in.
oh, good. So, all these well manicured, taken care of houses, and then there's us with the fucking tree growing in the hedges and the tree growing out of those hedges and
And I guess your front door is kind of dark because it's under the big old pine tree.
right, and I don't have a front light. That front light doesn't work.
Oh,
The whole fixture's fucked up. And
oh
I've
Lord.
and I've thought about having somebody come over and look at it, but then, I think about it and then I don't do anything about it.
Yeah. Well, hey, yeah, you come by that honestly too.
And that's one of those things where, like, again, I would have to have somebody come over on a Saturday morning when Justin wasn't here, so I didn't have to hear about me
Right.
wasting money on stupid shit
Right.
that we don't need to worry about.
I get it. I get it. I get it.
But then Justin also, i- if he goes to bed and I'm not home, whole place is pitch black. I walk into a dark house,
Oh, no.
and he doesn't understand because he is fine walking into a dark house. He's not scared, but he doesn't understand for me how
Right.
scary it is to walk
Oh,
into a
golly.
dark house. What the fuck's waiting in the dark for me?
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
worst of it.
It's the only time my lights are on is when I'm not home
Right.
because I don't like walking into a dark house.
No.
But I'll sit in a dark house.
And I have lots of light on today because I wanted to be able to
And
it's kind of dark outside and I wanted to be able to read our notes and it was really dark in here this morning.
oh,
That's why I
yeah,
have so much light
it's
on.
not what is it 10 o'clock? It's not very light outside.
It's a quarter to 11.
Jesus. There it was the fog was pretty heavy this
It
morning.
was really
And
thick.
I was a little startled by that. I did not watch the news last night, so I didn't know. I did not expect to see the fog like as heavy as it was this morning.
Yeah.
So I get it. I get it, baby. I'll sit in a dark house, but I don't like to
I
walk
don't like
into
walking into it. He
no.
doesn't understand. And I think we were talking about when we had seen Abigail,
Yeah.
we were talking about the kind of vampires. You know, there's so many different there's that Nosferatu vampire that
Right.
looks like a rat with his teeth all crazy.
Yeah.
And then there's like that wolfy type of vampire that just it looks aggressive and their teeth are all of their teeth are sharp.
Yeah.
And then there's the gentleman vampire that you know is dangerous by looking at him, but you don't know why he's dangerous.
Right.
And I s I he was just like, "Well, I like the ones that look like animals." And I said, "I prefer the ones that look like humans because you don't necessarily think automatically that the human is the animal."
Right. They're the scarier
And he
ones.
said, and I said, "All of these are just morality tales that men are dangerous."
Right. Okay.
And
Yep.
he was just like, "Oh, I've never thought about it like that." I said, "Yeah, think about it. That Nosferatu, he looks like an animal. You know he's going to kill you.
Right.
Bela Lugosi looks like a gentleman. He looks like a stately man that would take you out dinner and dancing.
Right.
He doesn't look like he is going to kill you,
No, he does not look like the killer.
but he will.
Yep.
So what's more dangerous, the man that looks like an animal or the man that doesn't?"
Right.
And yeah, so that was a whole
Yikes.
yeah, the whole morality tale that men are just animals and they're dangerous.
Crazy. Crazy.
So keep that in mind, ladies.
Yes. Yes. That's absolutely correct.
Speaking of which, we don't have another movie lined up like we did this
No.
week.
No.
So we'll have to figure it out.
Yeah.
At some point, we're gonna have to watch Big Lebowski. I don't know. I have to work up to something like that, mostly because we have to drink a White Russian, and god damn it, I hate a White Russian.
Yeah. I'm not. That's got milk in it, doesn't it?
First of all, I don't like a White Russian because I don't like the way it tastes. Second of all, it's gonna make me shit my pants.
Right. Yeah, me too.
But we're gonna have to have White Russians.
Okay. Well, we could try it with soy milk or almond milk.
Ooh,
I can't drink coconut milk now because it's just like regular milk to me now.
ooh, gross.
So we'll have to try. I like coconut milk, so we'll have to try almond milk or soy milk.
Ooh,
I'm
okay.
running out of milks.
Egads. Okay.
Yeah. What is that buzzing sound?
The refrigerator.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, when did it?
it's always been that way.
Okay.
It gets real loud. It's thinking about making ice.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Gets
Nice.
real loud. Sometimes you don't hear it at all. And sometimes it's
Yeah,
like
I did. Yeah.
pervasive.
Why do I hear that inside my head here?
It's pervasive.
Okay. I don't know how I can hear it because all I can hear is us.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
as is supposed to happen
Because it's
when
that
we're recording.
that ambient noise.
It's there. It's there in my feet or something.
Yeah. You can feel it in your feelings.
Yeah, yeah, something. Think of something.
Yeah,
We
we'll think
always
of
come up.
something. We'll have something fun.
Thanks, Chris, for suggesting this. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I thought this was fun. I
This was on my short list.
okay.
Um,
which is crazy
yeah.
that you would know a movie Chris has seen. So,
Why wouldn't I know a movie that she's seen?
right.
I know movies.
I know. I know. What was the other movie she did? Something in the girl, the
Lars
real
and the Real Girl.
Lars and the Real Girl.
It's about a guy and his sex doll.
Yeah, why would that be of interest to us?
I don't know.
But we may watch it. Who knows? You never know.
It's got
Who?
Ryan Gosling. I don't like his face.
Yeah. Who would think we would watch this? And we've got to watch that movie that that other person on TikTok told us we
Oh,
needed to watch.
Terminator 2.
Terminator
It's
2.
so funny. I watched that after you left last week.
Yeah?
The week we watched Terminator.
2 weeks ago.
It stood out. It was pretty good.
Okay, we've got to watch it. I mean, if somebody suggests it, we've got to honor that, don't we?
I would think so.
Even though it's not a cult classic,
It's not. I
it will
looked.
be. I know, me too. I thought, oh, I'm gonna look on a different list than Lex said, and it said it's on, it's on this list instead of that list. So I mean, if they suggest it, I think we should honor that, and it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Especially everybody I talk to that I say that we watched Terminator 1. Oh, Terminator 2 is much better.
See, I told you.
Everybody I have said that to. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy to me.
It's because the T-1000 is so scary.
Okay.
He's one of those unassuming men. He just looks like a man, and then he's
Oh.
terrifying.
Oh, okay.
And he's extra terrifying because he's liquid metal.
Oh.
He's not just a stationary robot underneath um living
Oh.
tissue.
Yeah.
He's liquid metal. He can morph into whatever he
Oh.
sees.
Okay. So he fits in.
Yeah.
Yikes. That's even scarier.
Yeah. That
Okay.
actor went to Bowling Green State University.
No
Yep.
way. Oh my gosh. Okay. Then we definitely have to watch it.
Yeah.
So
It's not a local boy, but
we'll put that on our list then.
local boy story.
Right. Well, I mean, we say the guy that was born in Detroit's a local boy.
Yeah, because
We're
we're
we're that
45
close.
minutes outside of Detroit. We're
Yeah.
basically a suburb.
Right. Yeah. So anybody from Bowling Green can be our
Yeah.
anybody from BGSU can be our neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
We can do this.
Have we said our piece on Bubba Hotep?
I think so. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I would watch this again.
Yeah.
I would have this on my TV while I'm not watching television.
Okay.
Yeah. And since I saw it was on Tubi, where else did you see it on?
Pluto.
Pluto.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Both free
absolutely.
streaming services.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. I would watch it again. I enjoyed it.
Good. Good. I'm
Not
glad.
as much as breakfast though.
Breakfast was delicious.
Yeah.
You want to take some home?
Yeah, I'll take my leftovers home and a little bit more. Yeah.
Awesome. Because I made extra for that.
Yikes. All right.
All right. We'll be back with something soon.
Yeah, you know us.
Yeah.
And if you have a suggestion, send it over. We'll honor it.
Yeah. We'll at least think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Until next time, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye bye.